meter one, we can see that until 399.9 meter, physical activity was part of human existence, of daily life. But now, in the very last phase, we have a change in our human existence. Namely, today's lifestyle has minimized the need for physical activity. So far, my introduction, that is to say, no doubt, we have problems today which we didn't have in the past. We have this kind of things like depression, we have adipositas, we have allergies, and so on. So this is really the effect of the situation that physical activity is no longer an integral part of daily life. But when we look at the situation, we have the following thing. Wait a minute. We have the following situation. We know, and we learned it also in this conference, that the human body is made for physical activity. But today's lifestyle, as we have seen right now, has minimized the need for physical activity. So the body reacts, as we can already see in kids. Now international organizations like the WHO call for actions, and recommendations for physical activity are made and published, and programs are launched to stop this development. But what is missing often is best practice example. What can we really do? Mostly the presentation stop with we should, we must. But we need more, we do. We really do something special which can change the situation. And yesterday, in the panel discussion, the title was How Can We Fulfill the Global Action Plan on Physical Activity? But we are not talking so much about global issues. We are mostly discussing issues which are related to the Western world, well-developed countries, kids who have facilities to be physically active, and so on, like we can see here everywhere, which is really impressive. But we have other situations. We have a lot of kids in the world who are also faced with the same problems, but we don't care so much for them. And I want to bring this piece of mosaic into this conference so that we can have a look at these kids who live in communities where physical activity is also a challenge for them. Where they grow up in parts of this here where we are working. This is a neighborhood in Port Elizabeth. It is a township, a so-called informal settlement, a shack where these kids grow up. And in these shacks, they have a special challenge, no doubt. And about these challenges and how we can tackle them in relation to physical activity promotion, I will talk about that in the next 20 minutes. So I will talk about the special project which we do in South Africa, which is called Kazibantu, which means active people. And the subtitle is School-Based Health Intervention Program. We call it also Healthy Schools for Healthy Communities. It's about kids who are living in these parts. And this is their physical activity. This is a schoolyard. On the right side you see the House of Hope, where kids go. This is their kind of physical activity. I videotaped it on my own. So you see the big difference, the discrepancy, because between what we can see here and what is happening there. But they also have a need for physical activity, but this is the neighborhood, this is their schoolyard. Yeah. So the facilities are completely different. And this is my intention, that we also take into consideration when we speak about global, that this is part of global. So this project happens in Port Elizabeth, but not in the well-developed parts. These developed parts are here on the coast, here is the sea. But this is here 10 kilometers in the backyard, where the townships are, where the black and the colored people were pushed away. The white people are driving here and have nice homes, but here are the problems. And the problems look like this. Schools with fences and so on. Stop the shooting. This is a wall in Helen Vale in the neighborhood where drug gangs are shooting, and the kids have an unsafe way to go to school, or they can't play outside because these drug gangs are even shooting during the day. And in these parts of South America, our project is happening, and we are caring for the situation of the kids. We started with an evidence-based. I always like if projects are evidence-based, if really research is done. And it started with a 3-year project which was called DASH, Disease, Activity and School Children's Health. And there were 4 pillars: health and hygiene, education, and so on. I don't speak about this year. I only want to mention that there was a 3-year of research. We published widely on that. So this is really the basis of what we did. But after 3 years, the research program stopped. And so everybody said, we shouldn't stop here. And we asked for money, and we found a big company in Switzerland who was prepared to support us with money so that the project could go on. And now I come back to the question which was raised here yesterday. How can we fulfill the global action plan on physical activity? And my presentation is about that we also include these kids in the global action plan. Let's have a look.
Education is the most powerful weapon that can be used to change the world. Nelson Mandela. What does health mean to a child? It's the energy to climb trees, to go further, faster, to do well in school, to achieve their dreams. Health is a basic human right, but for many children, it's not that simple. Across the world, poor health linked to poverty and inadequate nutrition is depriving millions of children from attending school or getting the most out of their school days. It is robbing them of their ability to grow, learn, and reach their full potential. But what if we could change this? What if we could find a way to empower children and their teachers with the knowledge and abilities they need to live healthier lives? In 2014, Nelson Mandela University and the University of Basel partnered together to explore just that. For the past 3 years, the pioneering -1 project has worked to investigate and document the health and well-being of 1,000 school children at 8 schools in some of the poorest areas of Port Elizabeth in South Africa. The research revealed that diseases linked to poverty and lifestyle were affecting children's ability to perform well in class, on the sports field, as well as their social and emotional development. A simple toolkit of interventions was developed to address these challenges. Focusing on fitness, hygiene, and nutrition, the toolkit was rolled out in schools around Port Elizabeth, and the results were remarkable, with the improvements in their health and well-being resonating across all areas of their lives.
Concentrated better in class. The teachers were also taught in-class activities when we saw the concentration levels dropped. To thank the researchers for making us aware of the need of our children.
If these small interventions could make such a big difference in the lives of 1,000 school children in Port Elizabeth, imagine the impacts they could make across Africa or even further afield. And so phase 2 of the project was born. Kazi Bantu, Healthy Schools for Healthy Communities. Through a partnership with the Novartis Foundation, Kazi Bantu aims to scale up and empower children and teachers in schools throughout Africa with simple, easy-to-implement health interventions that have the power to transform their lives and communities. And this is just the beginning. If we can scale the project through Africa, imagine the potential that exists for children and teachers in developing countries across the world. Together, we can work to keep children and teachers healthy in school and getting the most out of every day. Let's give every child the chance at living healthier, happier lives and the ability to reach their full potential. Join us.
This is a huge project, but I can talk what is going on there. By the way, we applied for a UNESCO chair in this relation because we think that it is good to also be active on the political level. I always see three aspects are really important, namely policy making, sound research, and good practice. And sometimes as a professor you have to decide what you are really specializing on. Sometimes you can't do everything. But without sound research, these projects don't make sense. But in order to bring them into practice, you need good policy. That is to say, we are working in this field here, and in this Kasibantu project, we developed two special aspects. We focused on kids, and this project is called Kasi Kids. This is part of it, but we also focus on teachers, because teachers are stressed, hypertension, whatever, and the other toolkit is called Kasi Health, and we focus on the health of teachers, because they say everybody's caring for kids, nobody's looking after us, and we are looking after these teachers. But this is a different story and a different presentation. So, first of all, there are 7 grades in the primary schools in South Africa. We developed a so-called toolkit for these classes. We, that is to say, that was a group of Swiss and South African practitioners. Here you can see 3 parts are the components of this project: physical education, moving to music, and health and hygiene and nutrition. You saw already a little bit of it. Why moving to music? Because we have class sizes of 60 or 70 people. We already took the project now to Tanzania, and the biggest class was 124 kids. And imagine that a physical education teacher has to teach without any education. They are not trained in physical activity and physical education. They have to teach 124 kids. So that is really a challenge. So this was part of the team, master students from Basel with teachers and master students from South Africa. This was just a group working on one of these toolkit aspects, and it was really great fun. And finally, we put it into cue cards, simple to use cards which the teacher, who is, as I said, not educated for physical education, can take on the ground outside and just implement it in an easy way, without any facilities, without any equipment and so on. And this is about physical education. This is about moving to music. I'll give you just an impression. For moving to music, they needed music boxes, and we had to hand it over them to the schools. And I would like to ask my colleagues over there to start a movie. We are together. We want to support the schools, the principals, the teachers, to improve the situation in the schools. Because we want deal with the challenges they have, as I will still mention later on. You can see easy to implement materials which the teachers, for example, have as posters in their classes, and where they teach them, for example, hand washing. In some of the schools, 70% of the kids are worm infected. They have worms in their stomach. Sometimes you can see that. Sometimes, I don't want to explain it in detail, but they are vomiting, and the worms come out by vomiting. And they don't grow like that. We call it they are stunted, that is to say the worms eat the same food as the kids, and so they don't grow, and they are 20 centimeters or even more, not as high as their colleagues who are healthy. So meanwhile, we built up a huge team, Gerald Water and me. We are principal investigators, but we have a scientific partners advisory board, we have teacher coaches, we have external partners and so on. That is really a big group which is growing now, and we are now working on implementing it into the educational system of South Africa. And you can see scaling up and dissemination was a topic here. Last week we had a workshop in Cape Town, and the partners from Namibia, Botswana, Mauritius, Senegal, Tanzania, and Ivory Coast were there because they want to scale it up and implement it also in their countries, because there was a big need for material, for teacher education, and for really good support, because they say we are lost alone. The subject here has a bad standard, we are not respected in the schools and so on. We need external help. So finally, impression in 20 minutes. I can't present the whole project, but this year the kids seem to be healthy, the teacher also. That is not always the case, but this year is a summary of what we are doing right now.
Across the world, poor health prevents millions of children from attending school or getting the most out of their school days. It robs them of their ability to grow, learn, and reach their full potential. Kazibantu works to empower children and their teachers with the knowledge they need to live healthier lives.
Good morning, class. Please take out your life skills book, and we are going to talk about what it means to be healthy. We will start by talking about physical activity. So who can tell me what is physical activity? Anybody? Nobody. So physical activity is your heart beats faster, you breathe faster, isn't it so? And then you become sweaty. So that is your body movement, and when your body moves, you are doing a physical activity. So tell me, children, how do you get to school? Lashante?
I walk to school with my friends.
Walking. So physical activity is walking. So what do you do when you get to school?
Teacher, we play games with the boards. We play netball, badminton games, and skipping rope.
Okay. So play games.
Is moving with music a physical activity?
Definitely, Lashante. Very good example. Okay, now children, let us move on to healthy eating. Now, who can tell me, what do you have at drink?
My mother gives me money in the morning, buy me sweets and chips.
And do you think that sweets and chips are healthy?
No.
No.
Teacher, every morning my mother bakes me bread and I bring it to school.
And do you think that bread is healthy or unhealthy?
Bread is healthy.
Bread is healthy. But remember that fruit is also a healthy option. Another part of keeping healthy is keeping clean. Remember last week we spoke about healthy toilet habits?
Teacher, you mustn't forget to use soap.
That's right, Xavier. What is the most important or interesting thing that you learned today?
Teacher, you get very quick tired and joke in school.
Shante?
I like physical activities, but I can't play outside at all because my mother says it's not safe. So we come to school to come and play where it is safe.
That's right. Now it is time for break. And so go and practice what you have learned. And just remember, not too many sweets and chocolates, eh?
are doing that at the moment. We can talk about that later. We said that questions can be put later on. But this was my contribution to the conference, that when we speak about global, let us not forget these kids. Thank you very much.
I'm sort of forced to give you this, and thank you. So many things for children and locals, and unfortunately we have to add that if we look around in our countries, maybe we can find similar situations, similar wards who need such help as comprehensive help. Thank you very much, Uwe. It was magnificent. Thank you.
Thank you very much.